What's going on, guys? Mike D from Hot 106 here again with a good friend. Big day here in Rhode Island. One of our favorite people in the state, Hennessy. I mean, time revealed. EP is out now. First of all, go stream it. Just pause this. Go add it to your library. Stream it 10 times and then come back.
Thanks.
Welcome back. Hennessy, good to have you back. What a big day for you, huh?
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So first and foremost, I want to start with just the reaction that I've already been seeing on social media, on Twitter, Instagram. So many people showing you love, showing you support. That's got to feel pretty good on the day, of your release.
Yeah, it's been feeling really, really, really good this morning. A lot of positive reactions to it. The reception's been amazing. Everyone's just been tagging me on it. Everyone's favorite so far is She Can't. It's the second track on the project. Well,
because I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, we've all been through it, unfortunately. It's like, hey, she ain't me. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, well, let's get right into it then. So what was it like writing a track like that? Because that's, in your voice and the way it comes off in the music, it just sounds like it's something that comes from a place that happened. Is this experience from like real life stuff?
We were in Atlanta, me, Storm, and Chip, and I had this beat for I think a couple of months because Business Boy and 6 Sense, they made it in LA. So when we were in the studio, I'm like, I want to write a song about like this girl can't do what I can do, but I said it more explicit. I don't want to say it right now. Yeah. So that's how it came about, the song.
Okay, so I mean, it's definitely, so you felt the music and you kind of felt that whole vibe and you went with that kind of storytelling vibe about it.
Yeah.
That's dope because the project, it feels like it just flows so good from start to end. And, we obviously know All for Nothing was kind of the lead single from that, but you got a crazy cosign, from Party Next Door. What did that feel like?
Oh, it felt amazing. Just the fact that he listened to Can't Let You Go just hit so different because that's an artist that I was listening to since high school. So the fact that he actually heard a song of mine just meant so much to me. I'm going to send him the project. I'm going to DM him today.
Yeah, you should. I mean, if he clearly was listening and he clearly appreciated it too. And we did play it on Hot 106. It got, great. And I told you before the interview started that me and my co-host Becca, it was stuck in our head. Like it was like an earworm. The hook is catchy, but like it just sounds so good. It sounds so current.
Thank you.
How do you channel that? Because we know, we're in like an R&B renaissance, if you will. And, how do you channel that, like that current sound?
I'm just a fan of R&B, so I listen to all types of R&B, whether it's alternative, whether it's like the trap soul. I'm really big on production, so I feel like the reason why it sounds so fresh and so new is because the production sounds so current. It's like live instrument on it. Walt's playing the piano. Seth is like playing bass on it. So I think that's what it is, the production and just like what I'm talking about on the song just keeps it fresh and new.
Yeah, definitely. And it's relatable.
Yeah, definitely relatable.
How often are you getting those messages like, not only do they like the song, but like these words are speaking, they feel like they're speaking directly to them. I'm sure you get a bunch of those.
Yeah, all the time. People always DM me like, oh my God, I needed to hear this, or I relate to it. Some girl, she like tagged me on Instagram the other day. She's like, your music makes me cry. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but thank you.
Sometimes we need that though.
She was like, I love it so much. Well,
because it's like you're channeling people's feelings through your music, so, and it comes across that way, and it's a beautiful thing, And you recently had a listening party. Now, it's interesting because we talk about the reaction on social media, and that's crazy to see. But how was it seeing it in person, like at the listening party? Because I saw, unfortunately I couldn't make it. I was really upset about that. But how was that seeing like the reaction in person?
It was insane because I always say like social media is like one thing, but like actually having people in real life support you, it's a way, 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 way better feeling in real life just to witness it and just like hug people that listen to your music, hear people ask me questions that day, like just about my music. Just felt so good, especially it being in the hometown and just seeing so many people come and just support me. It meant so much to me. Yeah,
and it's a lot of love, and we talked about it before, how like there's something different about being from Rhode Island, because like
you have to work so much harder.
You have to work harder, but the support feels like it's like 10 times more.
Yes, I agree.
you know, because if it almost doesn't feel like a competition here. It feels like everybody wants to see each other shine.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. Like, there's no negativity when it comes to like other artists. Like, no one's just hating on each other. Like, we all just support each other because we all want to make it out of Rhode Island. And if one person makes it out first, we all make it out together.
Exactly. You kind of put the state on the map, and everybody kind of goes with them. And you guys got a great team. You seem like, you know, I follow along on IG and Twitter, and it seems like whenever you're on the road, you guys just have good camaraderie. You got crazy stories. I love seeing some of your tweets. How much of that like influences your music? Because your personality is so dope. You know what I mean? So how does that influence your music?
My music is just me. Like, when I was in the studio playing the project for my graphic designer, Kojo, he was listening to it was Slime. And he was just like, you sing just how you talk. Because I was like, I can't call you gang or slime. And I talk like that in real life, just like with slang. So I just interpret just who I am into my music, into my style, just overall being me. There's no persona when it comes to my music or who I am.
And Slime is the first record on the EP.
Yes,
Time Revealed. Like I said, pause again. Go ahead and stream it 10 more times. Welcome back. So Slime, the first track on the EP. So that's a term of endearment for you then.
Yes.
So if you're not calling them that, it's like, well, you're not in the circle of trust.
Yep, not in the circle of trust anymore.
I love that though. I love how that's the first track on the project, because it kind of sets the tone to be like, listen, you don't close yourself off, but if you're on the outside, it's hard to get back in.
Yes, that was so Slime was a nickname he would call me all the time. So that's why I'm like, you can't call me that no more. I can't call you that
throwing
no
shots
more.
then.
Yeah.
So whoever's hearing that knows it's about them. Potentially.
Yeah, he knows.
Ooh, juicy. I like that. But Time Revealed, I think, is a dope name of the project. How'd you come up with that?
I was thinking about all the situations I went through over the course of the year. And I was like, a lot of things unraveled, a lot of things unfold throughout time. And it just revealed in itself. So the word just came to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to name my project that, because it just fits it so well. And it feels, when I listen to the project, it just feels like I'm reminiscing, you know, I'm healing. I'm talking about the things that I went through. So it just feels like Time Revealed in itself.
And it definitely does. I just like, whenever I think about, first of all, I could never be an artist because I'm not talented, but facts. But second of all, I always thought, like, if I had to name a project, I feel like it would be the most difficult thing in the world to commit to it. Like, how, when you thought of it, how did you know this is it? I'm committing to this.
I changed it once. I wanted to call it Love Before Pride.
I like that too.
For some reason, it felt good, but it just didn't feel as the original Time Revealed. So, like, now when I listen to the project, when people are like, Time Revealed out now, I'm like, I'm so glad I stuck with the original one, because it felt more, more like me in a sense, and it just felt more vulnerable, that name.
And, you know, you have a very unique style, which I appreciate. Somebody, you know, appreciates fashion and looks. The album and the artwork, dope, like really, really dope. Tell us the story behind that, kind of how you came to choose the album cover and the track list cover, and also the photographers that you work with.
So when it came with the album cover, I always think about hair first.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all my cover arts, like, the main focus is hair and just how it's gonna look. So I collabed with Marie. She is from Providence as well, and I was sending her references of what I wanted to do. I know that I wanted to be braid. I know I wanted it to be an editorial look. So, like, she designed like this cool just like piece on my head, which was amazing. My outfit is my dad's leather jacket and his pants from like 2000.
Damn.
So it's like 22 years old, that jacket. We're actually doing a documentary about myself, and I was watching home videos with my mom, and I see the jacket in 2000. I'm like, wow, like, that jacket was so
that's
old.
Fresh. And that's crazy. So still had it in the closet ready to go.
Yeah, he still had it in the closet.
Never know when you need it.
And it's so crazy because, like, for a while I was like, I want to wear a leather jacket and leather pants on my cover art. So we went to like Newbury Street to find it. We couldn't find it nowhere. And I was just like, let me just check in my dad's closet. And it was literally right there. I'm like, damn, we did all that.
Oh, you went above and beyond. Yeah. It was like, sometimes it's like, my wife is the best at that, because like I'll look high and low, I'll search under the couch, and she'll be like, dude, it's right there. You know what I mean? Like it's right in front of you. Yeah,
exactly. And the photographer, Leanna, she's my best friend. She shoots all my cover arts. She's amazing, phenomenal. And her partner, Ryan, they like, he's a creative director, so whenever they do shoots, they kind of work hand in hand. He's phenomenal. He had the layout as well. Leanna, she had this blanket that we went to the beach with, and she took a picture, and she had like I want to say like an art gallery, I think it was, and people were like, yo, I love that picture. So that's where she got the inspiration from. She's like, let me include this blanket so I could feel like more like you as well. And then we shot it at Ryan's house as well. It's in his living room, so it just feels so cozy. The coloring just feels so good. It feels warm to me.
It feels like a vintage R&B look.
Yes.
But with your own style, because I've never seen an album cover with hair like that before, which was great. Like I saw that, I'm like, damn, this is dope. Like you really capture the essence of what an R&B album looks and sounds like, but also added your flavor to it. You know what I mean? So I thought that was really dope.
Thank you.
And it's interesting too, because like when I see the artwork, and it goes through the same thing with naming an album, I always feel like, how the hell are you going to settle on one picture? When you saw the album cover, you were like, this is it, this is the one.
I had it. To be honest, that shoot was amazing. There was so many good pictures.
Yeah,
like it was so many good pictures. I think that was one of the ones I wanted. There was this other one. I think I posted on my Instagram. I did. I'm standing, but it's not in a frame where it could be an album cover. So I couldn't use that one. So this was the next one. I'm like, yeah, this one's amazing. I'm gonna go with this one.
That's amazing. And again, dope visuals, and the music speaks for itself. What was like the deepest record that you wrote for it that you kind of like had to really, really immerse yourself into? Was there one that really kind of took you away from the other ones, or above the other ones, I should say?
All for Nothing.
Yeah,
that was my favorite one. When I wrote the second verse, I was like driving in my car, like hearing it. Like I have a 1977 Buick Electra. So,
oh damn!
Yeah, it was an old school car. So I recorded it 2 times. So the first one was in New York, and then I didn't write the second verse to it. I took it home, went over it, listened to it, and then I wrote it in Providence, and then I went back to New York to record it and lay it down. So that one felt more intimate, because I had to sit with it and like think about what I'm gonna say for the second verse. And
and here it is. And that one, that was out last time we spoke, and it just such a great song. And I think it's a perfect way to kind of cap the project as a whole. It's, you're getting this new music, and then at the end it's like, hey, this is kind of like, hey, not my introduction, but like my masterpiece, if you will. Because that was like probably your biggest record to this point.
Yeah, it was. All for Nothing was it did so good, honestly. It really did amazing, and I'm so proud of that. You
should be. And we got your mom here today, off camera over there. Now, what's it like going through this experience with her? Because that must be dope.
She's always supported me. Like even when I was a kid, she would take me to like X Factor. They had like in the Dunkin' Donuts Center, they had auditions. When I was mad young, she would take me to it. There's so many videos of me singing as a kid with her, so she's always supported me. So I feel like it's like foreshadowing, and like she's really happy that she can see how like where I'm at right now and being successful with music, because she always knew I wanted to do music. Right.
And she believed in you.
Yeah, she always believed in me, which is amazing.
And we talk about like kind of having a good team around you, and I feel like the majority of successful people have a strong family backing them too, and people that support their dreams. So and it's somebody, I'm super close with my mom too, so I love seeing that, you know what I mean? It's interesting. I don't know if I told you this before. We had Corday in here like a couple years back, and he told us his family still lives in Providence.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
And it was dope, because he's doing his thing, and then like we finished the interview, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, my ride's here. And we're like, oh, you going to visit family? He's like, yeah, my mom's picking me up. His mom picked him up from here.
Oh wow.
From the studio.
Is he from Providence?
His family he's from, I think, like North Carolina, and then he moved to Providence when he was a kid, and his family stayed, like his mom's still here.
Oh wow, that's so fire.
His grandmother was here. Like his first album, she recorded a skit on his first album, his grandmother, from Miriam Hospital.
Wow.
And obviously, like, the majority of people who listen to it don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Island.
Oh man, that's dope. Wow.
But I thought it was dope because, like,
Yeah.
you know, like his mom's coming to pick him up, supporting his dream. Your mom's like, I love that. I love the family aspect behind it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So now that it's out, you breathing a breath of fresh air. Are you kind of taking it all in, or you sit like, what do you like? How do you embrace having a project out?
We're still working, still doing interviews, still traveling, trying to still get the name out. And I know we're going to New York next week for a podcast and do a little press run. So like, there's no soaking it in. I soaked it in at 12 a.m. last night.
And you stayed up till midnight.
Stayed up. So I just really want this album to get heard. So I feel like if I take too much time sitting on it and just being happy, I got to keep working.
Always got to keep working, and it seems like you always are, which is dope. Now, it's a good way to wrap up the year, having the project out. How much music did you have recorded? Was this everything that you had recorded? Was this things you kind of put on the back burner, or was this things that you just cut completely out, like for music-wise?
When we heard these songs, we knew they were going to be like album cuts. Mm-hmm. Like we knew they were going to be on the album. But I changed the list, I think, like 2 times. Like the last track on the song was supposed to end on a positive note. It was called Get Better. Mm-hmm. But it just didn't match the vibe of the project. So we took that one out. I had Slide 2.0. It was like a sequel to my first single, 1-800-SLIDE. And it had a lot of good reception on tour. Like a lot of people loved it. So I think those songs that we took from the project, I'm just going to release as singles because I do still love them.
Yeah. But
they just didn't fit the whole project order.
Yeah, because it feels cohesive, I guess is the word people love to use. How much, like with your team and kind of sitting down and picking out the track list, how much of that played into it? Was it because sometimes you fall in love with a song, it's got to be on the project no matter what. But how much of like the actual track listing itself came down to be like, it flows, this is how it's supposed to fit?
So I had the project done when I came to my team. There was only 2 songs that weren't on it. When I showed them the project, it was Nowhere and She Can't, Nowhere with Storm Ford. So I played them the project and they loved it. But we were in Atlanta, and after we recorded She Can't and Nowhere, so that was like the final, like that we was like, yo, this is just the set list. It's six songs. And it was Cam was like, he's a DJ as well, so he was just like going through the order.
Prince of PVD.
He was going through the order and listening to it, and he's like, yeah, this one sounds good this way. And I was like, yeah, like we gotta end it with All for Nothing. Like, so yeah, we was in the hotel when we did that. It was me, Cam, and Lay was there as well. I
love the stories on the road, like putting things together. Like, it's dope, it's authentic. And Storm Ford, so she's based out of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, she's from Providence, Rhode Island.
She's from Providence, but she stays in Atlanta now.
Yes.
That's dope. So what was it like collaborating with her? She's the only feature on it.
Yes, she's amazing.
Yeah, she has a very similar style to you, and you guys sounded so good together.
Yeah, our voices meshed so well. So she's from Providence, Rhode Island. She went to the Met High School.
Oh, dope.
She ended up moving to Atlanta because she got a publishing deal with Warner. She signed to LVRN. Okay. So she's over there working hard, writing for like Summer Walker.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she's an incredible artist, vocalist, and just an overall like good person.
Yeah, and the song's dope. I mean, you guys collaborated so well. Is that something that you could like? Obviously, work with her again in the future. Could you guys do like a full project together, like a full EP?
I would love that. I would love that so much. Yeah, I would love that.
Because I feel like your styles just mesh so well. I kind of went through her socials afterwards, and even like stylistically, like you guys are very similar.
Yeah, that's that Rhode Island.
That's the Rhode Island, yeah. It's a connection.
Side, yeah, I would love to. She's amazing.
That's super dope. And speaking of Rhode Island, is there anybody from the state currently that maybe you haven't linked up with that you would be interested in working with in the near future or sometime into next year?
Yeah, there's this artist Jake. I don't know if you know.
Oh,
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sings amazing. I would love to make a song with him.
That's interesting. Yeah. He may or may not be coming here like next week, I think.
Oh, so, wow. Yeah, he's so fire. He DM'd me saying that he liked All for Nothing as well.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's dope.
Maybe
he was just
maybe make a little connection.
I don't know what it was. It Jimmy Kimmel? It was some show. He some
like a late night show.
Yeah, he performed on it recently. I seen. So congrats to him. But yeah, he's dope. He's amazing.
Another Rhode Islander.
Yeah.
Super successful. Makes us super proud. Even today, hearing your record played on the radio. obviously, like, I work here, I made it happen, but at the same time, it was a proud moment for me because it sounds like it belongs in the playlist. You know what I mean? It sounds like it belongs there. You sound like you belong there. And it's a proud moment for us, and it's really dope that I'm able to sit down and have this conversation with you, and I know it won't be the last time. But heading into 2023, what are your plans? We going on the road? Are we making more music? Yeah. I know we're always working, but
no, we're definitely going on the road. I have a couple of shows lined up. This month, December, I have a show with Monica in Connecticut, A Boogie, and then going into the upcoming year, we're doing Kid Leroy, more A Boogie shows, and hopefully I get to go on my own tour with my project, which would definitely come about, but we just don't have a definitive date for that. So definitely more shows, more music. I'm still gonna keep putting out more music just to keep it going, keep the hype going. So yeah, like you said, continue working.
Continue working. It never stops. Yeah. It never stops. But that's the grind. Hennessy, it's always a pleasure to have you in, and we're looking forward to having you back very soon. We can't wait to see what else is in store. But for right now, guys, you got to go stream Time Revealed, the EP, all streaming services. Go listen to it. You won't regret it. Do me a favor. Don't have wine while you're doing it, though, because you might be in your feelings.
I think they should, though.
As a matter of fact,
some wine.
Go pour some Henny, pour some wine. Do whatever you got to do. Go stream it right now. Hennessy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Mike.